Hey everybody. I really, really, really wanted to pose this question because I want to know what you guys think about it. It has perplexed me for the last few weeks, more so than it has in a very long time, as I've been watching the Shanquella Robinson situation play out on television. Shanquella Robinson, a beautiful, intellectual, and from everything we've heard, she's beautiful. She was intelligent. She had her whole life in front of her, and it was ended by people that she regarded as friends. Okay, and this has been bothering me because somebody that can get so angry like that, to the degree of doing real bodily harm and then you, I don't think there's an actor talented enough to convince me that they like me if they don't, or if they hate me, or if they want to see something bad happen to me. And I do realize that, sometimes things really can be hidden right in plain sight, but I can't even imagine what her parents are going through right now. She went on vacation with these young people. These are people that she hung around at home in the neighborhood. These were her friends. She called them her friends. And they went away out of the country. Who would go out of the country? Who would go that far away from home, from everything that they know, everything that they love, and everything that they regard as sacred and safe and security for them? Who would go away with someone that far away from home, that far away from all of those things, not believing that if something were to happen to you while you were traveling with them, they wouldn't look out for you while you're traveling? And so to know that this young lady took a trip with these individuals, and not only were they responsible for causing her bodily harm, but ultimately for her death. What scares me about it is that, based on what I just said, I have to 100% believe that Shanquella believed that those people that she was on vacation with were her friends. And clearly they weren't, right? So I've been seeing this decline over the years. It started many, many years ago, right? I'm not going to act like it just started. But it's scary to me because I feel like that it's in the culture. It's acceptable, like the mean girl thing, right? Like seriously, the mean girl thing. I'm not talking about dumb, stupid stuff. I'm talking about stuff that changes lives and trajectories and all of that, right? So I remember when the craze started among women specifically, right? Hey, that's my. I remember all of that, right? And when it first started, I was like, yeah, I wish I would. Like, seriously, don't call me that. Because if a brother call you that, you're gonna spaz. And if you were in my age category or before, my generation, you would say the same thing. If anybody called you that, it was time to throw hands. Like, it wasn't funny, it wasn't a joke, it wasn't endearing, it was none of those things. And we normalized it, right? So now nobody really cares. Women call each other that all the time. They're like, and it's cool. But it really isn't, right? If I am to believe that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks, if you call me I have to believe that that's what you actually believe I am, which means you're not my friend, right? So I'm getting to my point, but I'm trying to lay it out so that you can understand what my thought process is, because I really, really want to know. Like, educate me. Educate me. If I got this wrong, I don't want to be wrong about it. But there's something wrong. There is a disconnect somewhere. What is the definition of the word friend? Because I've watched it decline now for years, and people are legit calling people friends that don't check for them like that at all. And that's not something that we did when we were growing up. Like, if you didn't mess with me and I didn't mess with you, it was cool. You stay over in your corner, I'll stay over in mine, and we don't have to fool with each other. But to get to a point of where you're taking trips with people and doing all of that kind of stuff, and to know that there are people who could be around you that are harboring this level of resentment or anger or anything, to the degree that it can end up in somebody being harmed. And in this case, it was. Y'all better understand something. Jealousy is as cruel as the grave. That's the Bible, whether you read it or not. If you read another book, there's got to be something in that book that's going to tell you something similar to that, because it's really about principle. It's not even, that's not religion. That is spiritual principle that should reside, I think, inside of human shells, right? Like, where is the milk of human kindness? Where is just being decent to people and treating people decently just because they are another human?
What's up, everybody? It's your girl vibing with Net Style, and I'm back again with another little video. Y'all, we gonna talk about what Miss Kelly Price said. I'm a woman of a particular age. She's 2 years older than me. Like I told you, I'm 47. She's 49. It's public knowledge. Um, so she began by saying how smart and beautiful and intellectual and how Quilla was on point with everything, had a life ahead of her, and it was taken by some cowards. They, you know, took her life. They ended her life through throwing their hands on her, putting their hands on somebody, you know. And she raised a couple of points. These were supposed to be her friends. They were not. When they plotting in the home that you're occupying for the weekend or week for them, and you're paying for everything, that's the problem. Like, I can't understand it. I can't fathom doing all these things for a friend to call themselves my friend. They call themselves my friend. I've had some friends that wasn't my friends that, you know, sidebar, let me say that. Let me say that. I've had some friends that wasn't my friends. That I would go. Okay, perfect example. I went to Six Flags. And I don't know if I told the story on this channel, but I'm going to say this again. I went to Six Flags, and I was in high school, and we were on a school trip. Well, I was assigned to these girls because we all had to be in a group if we were going to walk around. I remember that year so good because they had the little pop out of Sailor Men's hats, where you turn them, to the side, the little sailor hats that he had. And I had put my nickname on it, Kiki. I had it made. And it was airbrushed and I looking all cute and everything. And for some reason, when we got to a different booth, everybody wanted to leave me. Okay, why would you leave somebody that didn't know they were around? Everybody knew, well, they probably knew that was my first time going. But they left me. And the very person and these are supposed to be my friends, girl, we got you, we gonna take care of you. They were walking up ahead of me. I knew they was trying to lose me because I was a slow walker. They didn't really want me with them because I have a disability and they didn't want me walking with them. Good. Okay. So they left me and I was sitting on the bench and my friend say, my real best friend came up and said, Ned, why you by yourself? You could get lost at Six Flags being by yourself. And I was like, yeah, I know, but they left me. They left you. Well, they supposed to be your friends too. No, they left me. They intended on me getting lost and missing the bus. And I could tell you what it was. It was because I had a disability. They didn't want me around them because they was like, dang, we got to wait for her to get off the ride, get on the ride. We got to do this. You could just hear them talking about it and everything. And I was cool with it. I was like, okay, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But here's my thing. Here's my thing with saying this. They wasn't friends. The friend that came up to me and told me, come on, you come with me in my group. And when we get up here, we're going to handle that with our advisor. I don't want to say nothing. No, we going to say something. Cause you could have got left, and then we were gonna have to explain that to your mama, and you know your mama don't play. Well, yeah. So all I'm saying is these cowards, and they haven't even been. You know, it's making me angry. No, nobody's done nothing. They ain't tried to. United States ain't tried to step in. You know, where's our president? You know, we supposed to be having border control and all this, but I don't understand. I just don't understand why these people have not been found and brought to justice. Because it took me saying this, y'all. These people, they went in her mama house and flat out lied to her. And I get it. I get what Kelly is saying. I don't understand why we as women we don't want men to call us the itch word, but we can sit up and say, "Yo, what's up, B? What's up, B? Itch, girl, you my itch." You know what I'm saying? No, no. I thought about that too when she said that. I'm like, that makes sense. That's why I try not to call my friends, "Girl, you know you my itch." I hate it when my boyfriend was like, "You my nah, your lady, your woman, your girl," but none of that other stuff. It just didn't sound good coming out of his mouth, cause it made me feel so nasty, grimy, like I'm some chick on the street. No, baby, I'm not. I'm supposed to be your everything. So straight up, nah. And you know, and I have to say that it gets ugly when you call in another female that word. And see, sometimes the word itch could mean something different when it comes from these girls' mouth these days. You know, and you just never know how to take it. And I just feel like that word was used a lot for to describe this young lady. It just it makes me feel like they was sitting there chopping it up while she was asleep and be think she all that, you know. But we finna get this beat, you know. Stuff like that was being tossed around and said. I'm allegedly, I'll say allegedly. I don't know. I wasn't in the room, but I just feel like in my soul they was calling her all types of bees, and B thinks she look good, and B thinks she all that, and you know, this ish her got all this money. You know, it's just ridiculous. And and let's talk about another thing. You went to her mama house, and once y'all found out what the real was and everything, y'all was talking about what y'all was gonna wear to this girl's funeral. How you know how ugly and trifling that is? I I feel bad for these six young people, cause y'all ended a life that shouldn't have even been ended. Senseless, and it's stupid. So I don't know. I just I agree with everything what uh Kelly said. She said some good stuff. So y'all go listen to this video that she did last week. I mean, I'm getting it to y'all kind of late, but better late than never, because she said some uh key points. One was You chose you know they chose what they did. So we need to keep talking about it. I hadn't been keeping it in the news, but I'm putting it in the news, and I'm trying. I'm trying to keep up with it as much as I can. Um, I don't like all these blogs that is coming out with all this information. I just want to hear from one source and get the right thing from the right folk. You know what I'm saying? So when I get the right thing, I'm going to bring it to y'all. But I'm not going to bring y'all no frivolous stuff and then have to come back and come on here and say, well, that's not what that is. And this not what that is. So we going to chop it up in the comments. Y'all comment down below if y'all can understand where Kelly is coming from. And feel free to, throw something else in if you want to. Until next time, my empty nesters and nesters, peace, y'all.